deal. My name is Mikayla.
And my name is Jasmine.
And today on the show we have the one, the only Drew Glassford. Nice to meet you, Drew. I'm Mikayla.
Thank you, Mikayla. Very nice to meet you.
Jasmine.
Hi, Jasmine. Pleasure to meet you both.
He is our new Chief Executive Officer here at Boys and Girls Club. Welcome to the Boys and Girls Club of Dundee Township. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, thank you, Mikayla. So I am a husband, my wife Alyssa, and I have one son named Hunter who's 17 years old. And Hunter just got a girlfriend, so it's getting a little weird around our house, right? As you can imagine, when boys get girlfriends, but he's a great boy. In my career, I did a lot of professional real estate development and a lot of business. But about 15 years ago, I started to work in a nonprofit world and worked for a school and foundation in Naperville, and then went to the Boy Scouts of America, and then came to the Boys and Girls Club. So a little bit more about me. I like to fish, I play music, and I play tennis, and I raise bees.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Well, that's very interesting. Well, what made you decide to apply for the CEO job?
Well, you know, I had quite a few people that made a big difference for me when I was your age. And so youth development and making a big difference for kids was really important to me. And when I learned of this opportunity, what really it made an impact on me was the strength of the program that's been created here with the board and the staff. You guys have an awesome staff. You have an awesome board of directors. And as far as what I wanted to do from kind of my next step in giving back to the community and giving back to families, it seemed like you guys have a great foundation and I could just continue the great work that's been done here. But I have to tell you, what really charmed me was I got to do a school visit and really seeing the kids that make up the Boys and Girls Club of West Dundee just really moved me to know that this was a right place and the right environment. So it was really kind of the whole package.
That's great.
Thank you.
Well, Drew, that was very nice.
Thank you.
I have been at Boys and Girls I've been here at Boys and Girls Club for 3.5 years.
Wow.
I have a few questions for you.
Sure, Jasmine.
Okay. How will you impact our members?
Well, you know, I think I shared a little bit about that I had kind of a life change about 15 years ago that really made me think about, you know, was I focusing on myself? Was I focusing on others? And it really made me start to kind of search out a balance for myself about, you know, what I wanted for myself, but then what I also wanted to give back. And so when I think about our culture and what you guys are growing up with, right, there's a lot of pressure, you know, and you get a lot of outside influences and you can make a lot of decisions. And I feel like I had some really key people that made a big difference for me. And I felt that every child needs the opportunity to have an influence, or whether it's a parent or a teacher or a mentor of some kind, to make a difference for them, right? You know, and create possibility and an understanding of all the opportunities that are out there for you and how you can be successful. So I feel like I have some experience that would really help me be able to kind of give that attribute or that opportunity to the kids of the Boys and Girls Club. I think that there's plenty of great programs here that really allow really strong relationships to develop and really to kind of paint a picture of what's possible for kids and to have a bright future. So I hope I can bring from my experience and the people that help me that same sense of service and help open up those opportunities for the kids in the Boys and Girls Club so you guys can have great futures too.
Yes.
What are some qualities about yourself that you feel are unique?
I would say, Jasmine, that because, well, a couple things probably. One is I grew up with a really challenged childhood. I came from a divorced family. We were really poor growing up. I mean, I really didn't have a dad around, right? So I feel that I've walked in the shoes of a lot of kids that have grown up with some challenges, right? And I've had that experience. And so I feel like I can look at problems and try to offer opportunities and kind of a plans based on having experienced a lot of challenges myself, right? Because there's a lot of kids that do have challenges too. But I also feel like I've had a real benefit of some good mentors in my life. I think that as a child, that's what helped me. Even though I didn't have a dad, I had some people that were good mentors. And so I think that's a unique attribute as I look at my success through my life and my career, and even in my career change to doing nonprofit work versus for-profit work, that helping understand the value of mentors, that you don't have to walk the path alone, even if you're, if you have a single parent or if you have no parents, or, if your parents are working a lot, that there are other people that are there to help you, and how to give you the sense that asking other people for help is actually not showing a weakness in you, but showing a strength. I really strongly believe in that. And so I think that's something unique that I figured out and kind of realized later in life that I wish if I knew earlier in life would have helped me a lot quicker. So I think those are a couple of things that are unique about me.
Yeah. I just want to mention it. I do have a divorced parents.
Yes, okay.
I do not have my dad.
And you have no dad. Okay, so we're similar, right? We grew up, you're growing up similar to how I grew up, right?
Yeah, I do visit my dad still.
Good.
He's
That's
in
good.
Wisconsin,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
I live with my mom.
Yeah, good.
Okay, next question.
Okay.
What was your dream job as a kid?
I'm sorry, what?
What was your dream job as a kid?
Oh, as a dream job. That's a good one. So I really wanted to be a veterinarian. So I was like the kid in the neighborhood that, like, if a bird fell out of a nest, or one time a mama squirrel got hit by a car, and so there's all these baby squirrels. And so I was like the kid that would always take care of those animals. I just felt really compelled and moved to do that. So lots of baby birds, squirrels. I had an owl once, believe it or not. I just really love nature, and I thought I wanted to be a veterinarian. Yeah. But when after high school, when I went to college to study veterinary medicine, one of the requirements was that you had to experience it in an intern. So in a summer, you got to shadow and drive around with a veterinarian, right? So you could experience it. And I'm really glad I did that, because what I realized was it's a really hard job. And when I say a hard job, it's because you're dealing with really hurt animals, right?
Yeah.
And I just didn't really have the heart for it. What I realized was you need to be really strong, and there's like a really nice part and a fun part of a job, and then there's a really challenging part of a job, and that one was just a bit tough for me, based on how I felt and what I felt I wanted to deal with every day and do. So, does that make sense?
Yeah, my stepsister, well, my friend's stepsister.
Yeah.
She really wants to be a veterinarian. She
Yeah.
has she's always outside discovering new things and
Cool.
helping my dog and stuff, and she just loves that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I am very happy that don't do anything you don't want to do.
I agree. But you know what I found is, so I just have a lot of pets, So it's like, even if there's something you really want to do, but you find out it's not something you want to do every day, you can still do it as a hobby, right? And so now I keep bees. And I go out and I pet them all the time. Believe me, bees are fun to pet. You should try it sometime. No, not really. That was a joke.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, are you okay?
Yeah, right? Bees aren't exactly cuddly, are they?
Not really.
I think they'll sting you at least.
Yeah, I agree. Not the best pet.
Yes. Well, what are some of your hobbies? I know you just mentioned you like to collect bees and stuff, but what are some of your hobbies?
Well, I really like music. I really do. So my dad was a drummer, and even though I didn't know him real well, he did kind of influence my love of music. And so I learned drums. I played drums for a while, and then I played bass guitar. And then I started playing hand percussion, so like congas and djembes and things like that. And I played in several bands with that. And then about 5 years ago, I picked up acoustic guitar. And so I play acoustic guitar, and I like to sing too. So I haven't sung a lot in public, a little bit. So I'm like one of those.
You're not like that?
Nah, I'm not a Bruno Mars. I'm more like a basement singer, I just sit there and play with myself and sing songs and things. But I think music's cool because, it's really moving to you. Like, a lot of memories are tied to music, right? You guys are still forming those memories, but I'm sure there's somewhere you think of a song or something you did, right?
Do you have a specific, type of music that you really like?
I'm kind of all over the place. I play some really classic stuff, and then classic rock. And then I like newer songs, though, too, as long as they've kind of got an acoustic sound to them, as far as what I like to play, too. But my son's also into EDM, which I really like. There's a lot of EDM songs I like, too. Skrillex fan, some of his stuff, So, it's kind of a wide range.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
If you could dye your hair any color, what would it be?
That's a good question. Wow. Wow. What would it be? Let's see. I think black.
black.
Yeah, and that's because I think black is like really powerful and strong, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it really conveys, that's the thing when you get gray hair. I used to have kind of dark brown hair, but it's pretty gray now. And it's kind of, I feel like, not that my power's fading, but it's like your appearance gets a little less strong as you kind of gray or, although there's some really striking blondes too, right? Not that I don't think I want to be a blonde, but blonde's pretty powerful. But I think black's just a really powerful color and it frames your face really. Yeah, just like yours, Jasmine, just like that. So, and yours is really dark too, Mikayla. So both of you have really pretty hair, so that's good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you, Drew, for taking time out of your day.
Thank you.
Stopping by to talk with us.
Awesome. I thank you guys. You guys did a great job, and I'm so proud of what you've accomplished at Boys and Girls Club and the progress you've made. I can't believe you're fourth graders?
Yes.
Seriously? That's awesome. You guys are doing great. So keep up the great work, and I look forward to seeing you guys continue through high school and on to success.
Yes,
So thank you.
Thank you.
This is Jasmine.
And this is Mikayla, signing off from The Real Deal.